I'm Eddie Cannell.
And I'm Tom Cannell.
Welcome, everyone. This is the Mortgage Brothers Podcast, and today we have an urgent message. We usually answer questions on this show, but today, this is just an alert, an urgent message to any veteran with a VA loan.
Now is the time to refi if you're a veteran.
Yes, that's right. If you have a VA loan, you can do a streamlined VA IRRRL. They call it an IRRRL, but this is something so important to know. Mm-hmm. Interest rates are so low right now. Tom and I, we were just talking about this before. We don't like to plug products. We don't like to sit there and waste our audience's time with, call us right now for the lowest rate ever. That's not what we're doing. We're just thinking that this is a really good service to our customers, to people who are out there people who are just looking for information on VA loans. Now is a dang good time to start talking to lenders. And we do a lot of VA loans here. And yes, we do help a lot of our customers do these VA loans.
Yeah. And I also want a big misnomer is that you need to talk to the VA and you need to talk to a broker or mortgage company with the word VA in it. And that, frankly, is just erroneous. The VA does not do loans. They actually insure the VA loans. So you've come to the right place. Don't worry. Don't be fooled by anything. We do a ton of these VA IRRRL loans. We do non-VA IRRRL loans. And we don't plug loans like this very often. So when we do, we mean it. And it's gimmick free. This is the real deal.
Yes, that's right. And so right now we are recording this at about mid-November, right? It's about November 17th. Now we will probably have this up and running in probably a couple of days, maybe in a week. But the point is we're going to be showing this video. It may be into December, January 2021. It may be you may be watching this and it's the June of 2021. Rates may still be good.
You didn't want to mention rates because things could change. They could actually go lower. I don't know how they could go lower.
Right.
They could go lower. I think a lot more pressure that they go up than they go down. But I think it's safe to say like we're talking in the low twos, right?
Right now it's low twos.
Now, low twos. It's TBD, but right now low twos.
Now another reason why what regulations, and when a lender quotes a rate or gives you a rate, there's all sorts of regulations that say we have to disclose the APR and all of that and fees. I think the idea is that we want to make sure, like, yes, they're really good rates right now, and this is mid-November. You just need a call. Now they maybe get better, maybe they go up, but right now, this, COVID's on the rise again. And what it's not, what I'm going to say is the shutdowns are on the rise again. And the economy is going to see different changes happen. We don't know. It's November now. December's coming, January, maybe into next year. But whenever you're listening to this, if you have an interest rate, how about saying this? If you have an interest rate north of 3% or greater, now is a good time to talk to a lender.
Yeah. How about this? If you are in the high twos or higher, call us. We'll keep it very, very simple. We'll let you know if it's worth it or not. Now you mentioned streamline.
Yes.
What does streamline mean?
That's right. So when you, as a veteran, when you got the loan, you went through the whole underwriting process of documenting your income and your assets, we call it the ability to repay that loan was underwritten. On a VA IRRRL refinance, that they call it an IRRRL, IRRRL. That loan, which is what we're talking about, does not require income documentation. So there's no appraisal.
That's right. Here's your income and your appraisal.
We don't need income. We
don't need credit either.
Yes. Now, some banks have different credit requirements, but yes, technically, we just need you to have on-time payments. Okay. Now, you can't buy a VA or buy a home with a VA loan and refinance it 2 months later. There are, generally speaking, it's going to take about 8 months or so to pass. You need about 8 months to pass before you can do another VA loan. But anyway, I would say this, that there's no VA, there's no appraisal, no income. technically no assets because you can actually roll in the closing costs. There's also very low closing costs associated with most of these loans. You do not need to be paying a bank a bunch of closing costs. Generally speaking, closing costs should be, something reasonable would be around $1,200 to $1,800. Okay. Now, yes, banks can raise the interest rates and give you a lender credit and all that and get all fancy. But the point is, they're very reasonable fees and you can roll them in. We can close them fast too.
Yeah. With all the streamline, lack of documentation and lack of certain pieces, boy, that sure makes things move quick.
Yes. I mean, much faster than a conventional loan or a full documentation loan. You still need to be patient and go through the process. And we don't know, every day it seems to be changing in this world. So we don't know what that process will be when the time that you call us. But, I think this is urgent, just request, please just check in. And,
all right. How do they get a hold of us?
All right. So team@azmortgagebrothers.com. That is really the best way to get a hold of us. Team@azmortgagebrothers.com. And, of course, we do have the phone number too, which is 602-535-2171. Why am I having a blank on that? 2171.
2171, because we've been staring at screens all day long.
Yeah. And so either way, you can contact us and we'll be happy to help you folks.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. Appreciate your time. And thanks, Ed.
All right. Hey guys, thanks for listening to the Mortgage Brothers podcast. Please let us know if you have any questions you'd like us to answer. You can email your questions to team@azmortgagebrothers.com and be sure to ask us for a free quote on your next mortgage. We'll be sure to give you personalized service and help you through the whole process. Signature Home Loans, LLC does not provide tax, legal, or accounting advice. This material has been prepared for informational purposes only. You should consult your own tax, legal, and accounting advisors before engaging in any transaction. Signature Home Loans, NMLS 1007154, NMLS number 210917 and 1618695, Equal Housing Lender.